I'm just gonna come out and say this. Some people on LiveMe don't understand that it's okay to block someone who's causing problems and drama on a broadcast. I happened to be in my good friend's broadcast on my backup account. Someone joins commenting, coin thought, red skin is AHO, dirty SLUT in separate comments, like one letter for comment so we can say it. And I just comment saying at his username block because they never blocked him. He's saying things such as dirty SLUT and coin thought stuff like that, and the broadcaster is doing nothing about it. If I was on my main account or if I was adminning her broadcast on any account, then I definitely would have blocked his ass for being disrespectful to the broadcaster. I was in another broadcast, I think it might have been her broadcast as well. Someone was causing drama and problems while I was in the broadcast. I don't think I was in the beam because I don't normally join broadcast beams unless I know the broadcaster well and I'm close with them. But they were commenting very rude. I think it was the same broadcast I'm in now. They were commenting very rude things about one of the beam guests. Thanks for joining, Alondra P. They were commenting very rude things about one of the beam guests who was of a different race than the broadcaster and saying bad things about her. And what happened to the person commenting rude things? The broadcaster did not block him or do anything about it. The beam guest said, one of the people in the beam said, admins block him, but I don't think she had any admins at the time. And since the broadcaster didn't have the guts to block that person, I don't know why she didn't block him, or they, I should say, but he was just free to say whatever he wanted in the beam without any consequences because he wasn't blocked. His chat wasn't disabled, so he was just free to say what he wanted. And I don't. What's up, Damon? I always see you around, but you never really speak much. But I always see you around in broadcast. And I'm assuming by your profile pictures that your name is based on the character Matt Damon from Vampire Diaries, if I'm not mistaken. I don't watch Vampire Diaries, but I had a friend who was a big fan of Vampire Diaries, so I kind of know some of the characters a bit, but I've never watched it myself. But I'm assuming that's why it's your name. If I'm not mistaken, then yeah. Let me go text one of my friends real fast home. Have a good night. So, just a quick thing: if I'm ever in a broadcast, I'm like half asleep and I'm not saying my words right. But if I'm ever in a broadcast where I have adminship, even if the broadcaster didn't give me permission and say I can block anyone I want to, even if the broadcaster didn't automatically say block anyone you want to, within reason, if I'm in a broadcast where I have adminship and I see someone either being creepy, sexual, perverted, disrespectful, racist, or any sort of thing that goes against Live.me's terms of service or is disrespectful towards anyone, then I will block them automatically or disable their comments. Admins on LiveMe can only disable comments. I am a guy, and when I'm broadcasting on Instagram and I'm playing video, all I saw is my TV. If you go on my profile, I do have 1 or 2 pictures of myself and a video of myself on my profile. I do have over 2,000 posts on my Instagram. If you want to see what I look like, just look at my profile. Otherwise, you can ask me for a picture after I finish broadcasting. If I feel like it, I might send you a picture of myself after my broadcast if you text me and remind me, if you don't want to scroll through over 2,000 pictures. Or if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, I have a face cam for my live.me streams and my YouTube broadcasts. That way you guys can see my face if you want to. But okay, guys. Yes, this is Crash CTR Racing. Give me 1 minute. Yes, this is a fun game. This is Crash CTR Racing Nitro Fuled on the PS4. It is also on Xbox One and Nintendo Switch. It's an HD remake of Crash CTR Racing that was originally only made for the PS1 back in the 90s. And this game has two game modes. Regular racing mode, where you're playing the game exactly how it was on the original game, just with HD quality graphics and better looking gameplay and better gameplay. That's original mode. Or they have Nitro Field mode, where you have the same graphics, the same races as before, but you get customizable characters and customizable kart upgrades such as tires, motors, engines, stuff like that. So right now, I am playing it on Nitro Field mode, which is the new version mode. Once I beat it on Nitro Field mode, I will probably go through and play it on original mode just to see how it looks on the original game mode with just the same carts as before, like original carts as original tires and stuff like that. And in my opinion, Crash CTR Racing is most commonly similar, in my opinion, to Mario Kart 64 on the Nintendo 64. It's another racing game that uses carts and characters as similar as this. I think Crash CTR Racing has a nice steering capabilities, and since it's on PS4, you can use the arrows, otherwise known as the D-pad for technical terms, or the joystick, which is also called a thumbstick in some places. And just the technical term for the arrows on a controller is called a D-pad. I don't know why it's called a D-pad, because it's like up, down, left, and right arrows, but it's commonly known as that. yeah, it wasn't good. I got played pretty bad, and she got $20 in diamonds and sent it all to her best friend, and then blocked me right after. I got nothing back. Sorry, guys. I just sent that a quick message. Yeah, guys. It's 10:17, guys. So yes, I am going to be ending the broadcast around 11. I was planning on broadcasting earlier, but again, me and my mother were watching Chopped Junior, which basically just like original Chopped with adults. It's same basic rules and everything else, mystery ingredients, boxes, but it's just kids and teenagers. And see, guys, like this is pissing me off that I'm being. Also, thanks for stopping by my broadcast. It really means a lot. Guys, let me know. Let me. Guys, after I finish this race, I should have done a sound check from the very beginning, but after this race, I'll be doing a quick sound check, guys. And also, funny thing is, the built-in speaker on my Galaxy Tab 4 tablet doesn't work anymore, but the headphones jack still works. So I can still hear sound through the headphones jack, through headphones or a portable speaker. I just can't hear my sound through my built-in speaker. So after I finish this race, I'll be putting on my headphones, doing a quick sound check. And the reason why I have my broadcast open on a backup device as well is, for one, a secondary device to read my comments on, a secondary device to check out my gameplay video as a viewer would see, to see if it's lagging or what's going on. Also to do a simple sound check to make sure that my voice sounds good and my game volume sounds good. Whenever I'm streaming using a headset mic or my Rock Band handheld mic, I always keep my microphone's volume at full volume. And I keep my game volume at about a quarter or a half. So I might be beating this race, guys, because I've been stuck on it all day yesterday, and it's kind of a hard race to play, but I'm doing alright, I guess. And to beat races, you have to beat every race in first place to get a trophy. Once you beat 4 races and get 4 trophies, you then play a boss race where it's one-on-one, you against a boss. Once you beat the boss, you get a boss key. Once you get a boss key, you move on to a different part of the level, different world area with 4 more races. Once you beat all the races and all the bosses, there's still way more to do. You can still then play each race again and do a time trial race where you have to beat the race in a certain amount of time to get a relic. Or you can do CTR mode, where you play a race and you have to find the coins C, T, and R. And once you get enough CTR coins of that color, there's a special room where there's races where you need to have a certain amount of CTR coins to play. Thanks for letting me know. I will have to check my settings and fix it for other streams. Thanks for telling me. It always helps to have someone helping me improve my streams. I don't know, like, I'm texting somebody who joined my broadcast. Someone joined my broadcast, Bree, and they say they joined my broadcast, but they left it because it was lagging bad for them, but it must be their Wi-Fi, because as I'm watching the broadcast on my tablet, there's no lag at all. It's like perfect on my tablet. It's like no lag. It's like perfect on my end. So I don't know if it's just lagging on for her. So let me just do a quick sound check. Let me just make sure that sounds good. Ha 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 ha. Hi, what's up, guys? How's the night going, guys? Doing a quick sound check, guys. Doing a simple sound check. Okay, game volume's a little bit louder because it could. Game volume needed to be a little higher. Let's check to see if my voice is still good, guys. Then I'll be good to go to play the next race, guys. Hopefully, my sound is better now. Awesome, guys. Sound check was a success. I don't get it, guys. I have my broadcast opened up on my tablet and it looks fine to me. Someone told me they left my broadcast because it was lagging bad for them. That would have to be their Wi-Fi because I'm watching my broadcast on my tablet, which is just how a viewer would be watching it if they were on the broadcast. And it's perfect for me. No lag, no audio delays, no nothing, and my voice sounded perfect on my end. So I don't know what she's talking about, but when I'm streaming on the video beams on my friend's broadcast on my end, it doesn't lag at all on my end. But on her end, she said yesterday, my voice was cutting in and out, and my video was freezing a bit. Well, my video does freeze when you're on a broadcast, audio or video, and you minimize to check, and you minimize the live.me's app, your video freezes and your audio won't be heard, your voice won't be heard until you re-click on the app again. So that's probably what she meant. She thought it was freezing and my voice was cutting in and out, but that's just because I check Snapchat sometimes when I'm in a beam, I guess. So must be what she meant, but my friend that I was talking about, she was live today at some block party event or whatever, and she must have been on 4G because, in my personal opinion, her broadcast was lagging so bad. I couldn't understand her most times, and her video feed was fuzzy. That's how bad her service was. I'm not judging her, I'm just giving an overview of what I saw and everything, but she was having to type in the comments because it was choppy, not understandable, and but it's not like me judging. I'm just saying, if you don't have a stable internet connection, whether it be Wi-Fi or a stable 4G signal, then it's not good. It's not a good idea to broadcast unless you have good quality Wi-Fi or 4G signal and a good device with a camera on it. But that's just me. In my personal opinion, wait. Okay, guys, so I guess I didn't block. So I blocked the account Baby Shark Doodoo on my main account Chicken Nuggets, but I follow it on my Cheese account because I was super confused because I just got a notification on my TV screen showing that Baby Shark Doodoo just started broadcasting. Baby Suck Doo-Doo is the account that was for a night. Chicken Nuggets man pretending to be my gay boyfriend when no, I am not gay or bisexual. I support them, but I'm not that type of person. And he was trying to be my gay sexual lover and be creepy. Yes, I still have that. I still have my entire recorded broadcast on my 2 terabyte hard drive, which is right here. So yes, I still have to not edit because I have to cut the video into a smaller section. So only the section where he harassed me is put onto LiveMe. And thanks for joining again, Brixby Rosamund. And if you're going to join my broadcast again and put the laughing face emoji, I will just block you from my broadcast permanently. It won't be permanent, it'll be temporary, meaning I will hide you from my story, then after my broadcast, unhide you from my story, so you can still see my story post, just not see my broadcast, and you'll get unlimited chances to keep joining my broadcast. Unlimited chances. Meaning, I will block you from my broadcast. Once I end it, I'll unblock it. Every time you join, if you're nice, you can stay. If you're disrespectful, you'll get blocked again. Simple as that. Waiting for one message to send, so give me 1 quick minute, guys. Wait. One of my friends on LiveMe must have changed. Wait, is he here again? Thanks for joining, Bree. How you doing? Hope you're doing good. And yes, I am the guy on the camera right now, and I don't know what you were talking about because on my end, my broadcast is perfect. I'm watching my broadcast on my tablet on a backup profile, and it seems perfect to me. It could be your Wi-Fi is lagging a bit. That's my my suggestion, but LiveMe does take a lot of battery power, and a good Wi-Fi signal uses a lot of Wi-Fi or data to work good for streams. But what I said to you in messages is true. Some people don't know what they've lost until they already lose it, meaning some people will do whatever it takes to get what they want, and they don't care who they hurt in the process to get it, meaning I was in a friendship with somebody and they were in a toxic relationship with a guy who lived in a similar area to them, but they've never met them in person. They were a mother with kids and a father to their children, but they were separated. And I was their number 2 in command on their broadcast and their admin. So thanks for joining. What's up? I don't know how to pronounce your name. Thanks for joining. I know who you are. But I was their number 2, and they said to me, if they ever break up with their boyfriend, I'd be next in line. It's probably me. Hold on. Yes. But so what I was saying is, they said I am their number 2 for a reason. So basically, I was in their broadcast almost 24/7, all the time, making sure they weren't a giant stress ball in front of their kids, because their kids of 2, 4, and 6, not mentioning names, but they don't need to be involved in stressful situations. And she always blamed it on the boyfriend at the time, because yes, in my opinion, the boyfriend was a big part of it, but it was also her fault because she made the situation worse. And many times when I was in her broadcast, I felt so stressed in her broadcast. Did I leave? No, this is Crash CTR Racing Nitro Fuled for the Ps4. It is very similar to Mario Kart, but the funny thing is, she asked me to move with her to Canada and we were going to date and be together one day. But worst comes to worst, end of story, she blocked me on LiveMe, on Facebook, and a bunch of other things. But the funny thing is, even after she blocked me, she still stalked me on my broadcast on backup accounts, which is funny. And she tried to get my account banned when I've never done anything to break the rules of LiveMe. Sorry about your Wi-Fi messing up. But funny story, last thing before I get off this topic, she threatened to have my account banned on Live.me streaming site when I've never done anything to break the rules of LiveMe. Always been respectful on here, and I've just been doing gaming broadcasts. Thanks for joining. I hope you're doing good. I did get the pin set. I got a pin set here, and I got also, thanks for joining Cosplay. I'm just gonna call you Cos because I don't know how you pronounce that. If you're a fan of the Avengers, I recently got 2 autographed pictures of the Avengers that are framed and will eventually be on my wall. Whoever she is, yes. As of right now, she has ended all contact with me. The only contact I still have with her is on Snapchat and Instagram. I don't even think she knows I follow her on Instagram, but I sent her a message on Snapchat, a snap. At the very end of my snap, it says, "I hope you one day realize how many people you hurt to get everything you wanted," because I was blinded by love, and it was tragic. Like I was, yes, okay. I loved Avengers Endgame. This was the saddest part. Tony Stark and Iron Man is one of my all-time favorite Marvel characters ever. He was my all-time favorite character, and yes, I was very, very sad to see that Iron Man went back in the Ant-Man worm tunnel and sacrificed himself. I was very sad that Iron Man and Tony Stark is now dead and will not be able to see his wife and child again. But I'm also very excited that Iron Man went back and sacrificed himself the great Tony Stark sacrificed himself to save another Avengers member. He cared about his team so much that he sacrificed himself to save his team, to better his team. And if you've seen the preview for Spider-Man Far Away From Home, Spider-Man is going to be the next Iron Man. So he's going to be a Spider-Man and Iron Man combo in one superhero, which is pretty cool. And it's the same character from Spider-Man, from that one Spider-Man Homecoming. It's the same like teenage character who's in Spider-Man Far Away From Home, and his best friend is in the movie as well. I can't wait to see the new Yes, Spider-Man. Like, I just saw Toy Story 4. And it was amazing. I also can't wait to see live action Lion King. The live action Lion King looks amazing because they're using real animals and just doing voice actors. Like, live action. If you saw the live action Jungle Book movie with real animals, this is going to be the next greatest movie in American history. Live action Lion King, seeing actual real live animals with human voices. Like, Lion King 1 and 2 animated those were life-changing movies, in my opinion, those were movies that broke records and like awesome life game-changing movies. But seeing a live-action Lion King movie is going to be breathtaking to see new life. Also with the live-action Dumbo movie, that was also amazing. Live-action Dumbo was also pretty amazing in my opinion. Since you haven't seen the movie, I'm not going to spoil. I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but Toy Story 4 is a great movie, and even just gonna say one thing. It's not a spoiler, I don't think, but even if I have the Lotso stuffed bear from when I went to Disney. Yes, Lotso loving bear from Toy Story 3. But funny thing is, if you haven't seen Toy Story 1, 2, and 3, they have a backstory in Toy Story 4. Meaning, in the beginning of Toy Story 4, they go through a backstory. So they show you clips from Toy Stories 1, 2, and 3 as Andy as a kid growing up to then being high school Andy. That's all I'm gonna say. You basically see a backstory from Andy as a little kid to Andy in the end of Toy Story 3. That's all I'm gonna mention. But yeah, it was a very well-made movie. There's old characters, new characters, and returning characters, but still. And it was kind of sad that Lotso Loving Bear was a bad guy in the movie, in my opinion. You think a nice soft teddy bear is going to be a good guy, and he turns out to be the bad guy in the end, but, you know. Toy Story, I don't know if there's going to be a Toy Story 5, but Toy Story is a movie that's already had 4 movies. It's getting close to being as good as Shrek, because Shrek had 1, 2, and 3, and then it had Shrek Forever After, so it had a 4. Wait, I have the Lotso stuffed bear from when. Wait, funny story. I accidentally lost the first Lotso bear I got, and was brought. So you originally had Lotso Loving Bear, but you lost him, but got another bear. Here's a teddy bear that I have. Here's a teddy bear that I have right here. It's a little rainbow teddy bear. It's actually kind of cute in my opinion. So I'm going to end this video by 10, but if you want it by 11. I'm going to end this video by 11 p.m. That's about 20 minutes. I will still be awake for a little bit after. So if you want to text me after I end my broadcast, you can feel free and text me if you want to. But I'll still be live for about a good, like 20 minutes or so. Because I don't like to end my gaming videos unless they're an hour long video. I like to do about an hour video a night just to get my backed up. Also, question. Text me your age. You gotta go. Have a good night. Thanks for joining my broadcast. Have a good night. Text me whenever you get a chance to, so we can catch up and stuff. It's been really cool talking to you and stuff. So have an awesome night, and I'll talk to you when I can. Keep being awesome. Keep being awesome, my friend. Have an awesome night. Next audience member, you know. But, yep. Just about to be getting off here. Thanks for joining Asian Doll, if I'm pronouncing that right. This is CTR Racing Nitro Fuled, the remake on Ps4. They also make it on Xbox One and Nintendo Switch. Thanks for stopping by, Asian Doll on Instagram. Shout out to Asian Doll, if I'm pronouncing that right. I think I am. I'm gonna be getting off in like a minute. 42. So my YouTube video has been recording so far for 42 minutes, guys, and yes, I'm still stuck on this race. People on live me, Instagram, and on my YouTube are probably getting sick of me being on the same race. I might switch to another race tomorrow and give it a break, but I am going to switch it up and play some Rock Band, possibly do a Rock Band forecast a little bit tomorrow, and then go back to Crash CTR Racing at night and try a different race, because I've been stuck on this race for way too long. But I still can't get over how amazing the graphics are on this game. The graphics are awesome. Like, I'm finally able to play this game. Like, when I found out the game was going to be remade for PS4, I was like, my childhood. Yeah, guys. I'm actually a little too close to my face, and now I'm going to have to try and move it in a second. And my microphone is like way too close to my face. That's why I have to get it right. Okay, it's in a good spot now, guys. I don't like it being right in front of my mouth, but I like it being like close enough to my mouth where I can actually like have it in a good spot. You know. I want to beat this race tonight, guys. I want to be able to say I beat this race tonight. I've only so I think I've beaten 2 races in this game so far. Thanks for joining again, Azendor. How you doing tonight? This is Crash CTR Racing Nitro Fuled on Ps4. I'm also broadcasting live on Live.me streaming app, and I'm recording this video and putting it onto my YouTube channel. So if you have Live.me and want to follow me for my nightly gamecasts and broadcasts, or subscribe to my YouTube channel, feel free and text me after my cast, and I'll hook you up with my users if you want to add me, which I'll always up to you. So thanks for joining. Hope you're having a great night. And this Live.me is the main stream. Instagram sort of like the backup stream for people who don't have Live.me, and my Instagram audience. And my YouTube channel is where I post my gaming videos and my other content as well. Hope you're doing good, my dude. Broadcasting being in her broadcast as well. Hopefully, okay, guys, I'm gonna give this a few more tries, guys. And yes, I'm gonna mix it up and play some rock band. I still want to beat this race tonight, guys. I still want to beat this race. Okay, guys. Hope you're having a great night. I'm gonna be getting off in just a few more short races. And guys, in this game, being fast is not the only way to go. Yes, being fast does help, but you have to race fast and race smart. If you race first, you must. As famous movie star racer Ricky Bobby would say. He's just a fictional character in the movie. Ricky Bobby always says, if you race first, you must. Because that's what his dad said to him as a child, you know. But, you know, you gotta win. And yes, Talladega Nights with Ricky Bobby wasn't a good, a good movie. Based on, like racing in, the Daytona Speedway. With, stuff like that, like NASCAR racing. You know. Out of my way, dickman. This race is like pure torture. And yes, having the Aku is the best weapon you can have, because when you have the Aku activated, it does make your car go a bit faster, and you can kill every enemy, every other racer, and every other TNT or anything gets destroyed on contact without you exploding. But it's the best weapon you can have when you're racing. One more race, guys. One more race, and it should be an hour-long video. I'll give it one more shot. Okay, guys, this is gonna be the last race for tonight, guys. Last race for tonight. 'Cause I'm so tired. Plus, I'm not even doing good because I'm like been on this race for like stuck on this race for at least 2 days now. Yesterday and today. Okay, guys, I am going to give this race one last try. I just beat it in first and second place. I'm going to give this race one. I've been streaming for 59 minutes, guys, so I'm going to give this race one more good try. 15% battery power, so I'm going to give it a good charging tonight and give it a full, I can give it a full charge tonight. So, hope you guys are having an awesome night. One must go. Stevie's Boom. You know, I'm going to be joining my friends live on live and popping in. Probably going to pop in her beam. I hardly ever pop in her beam, but she's vibing. She's live right now. And there's nobody in her beam who I have problems with, so I might actually join it. I don't join this person's beam very often because she normally has people in her beam that have major problems with me and I have problems with them when like we both have problems with each other, or I have problems with them because they've said rude stuff to me, and I don't forgive people easily. I'm not saying I don't forgive people anywhere, I just don't forgive people easily. But nobody's in the beam right now who has a major problem with me, so I might actually join it for a change and be okay with that. That's after my broadcast, of course. So basically, I'm going to be ending my broadcast after this last race. It was a win or lose, and then I will be transferring my video onto my phone and getting it uploaded to YouTube. Before I join the beam, of course, I don't want to do my beam and minimizing or uploading the video to YouTube. I'm not doing good. I'm stuck in this race because I'm not doing so good on this race. Okay, guys. Let's go chat, guys. So, I've been recording this video on YouTube for about. Hope you guys have a great, awesome night. I'm going to be ending my YouTube video in 3, 2,